Okay, now let us get into some evidence to show you British people that you've got an enemy, and the enemy is your very own self, right? Now, let us get into what our credible source is saying first, right? They're saying that a girl in a Union flag dress barred from giving speech on school's culture day. The father says 12-year-old was told event in rugby was not for her as she gets to celebrate being British every day. A diversity day at a secondary school in Warwickshire ended in upset and apologies after a 12-year-old girl wearing a Union flag dress was prevented from delivering a speech she had written about British culture. So basically, the school is celebrating Diversity Day. Everybody is allowed to represent their culture. But somehow this white British girl is not allowed to represent British culture. Now, what they're saying is that she being British, she gets to celebrate being British every day. So it's not for her. I don't agree, right? And this is to show British people the enemy that is within, right? Everyone is allowed to practice their religion. Yes, I'm going there. They're allowed to practice their religion. They're allowed to say what they don't do because of their religion, what they want because of their religion. But once you are British, especially if you're white, you must tiptoe around everybody. You must apologize for your religion. You must apologize for the way you look. Apologize for the fact that you love your country. You have to tiptoe around everyone's feeling. You must respect everybody's culture, everybody's ways, and most importantly, everybody's God. While your God is on the back burner and your religious buildings is being sold off, right? And this is a typical example of what is going on. No, I don't blame the school because the school is getting orders from the hoppers, right? They're getting orders from the powers in high places. So I don't blame the school and I don't blame the teachers, right? They felt they had to say what they had to say and do what they had to do because they are given orders, right? And they feel the need to carry out these orders based on whatever meetings or whatever is spoken behind closed doors. And this is a very good example to show you British people what is going on and what these people are doing. So while you're out here blaming asylum seekers and you're blaming immigrants, you need to look in the mirror. You need to ask questions. Why is it that you must tiptoe around everybody's culture, tiptoe around everybody's God, tiptoe around everybody's feelings, and you must apologize for being white? You must apologize for being British. You need to ask that question, right? And as I said before, I am not upset against the teacher or the school, right? Because they are basically carrying out orders. Pay attention, ask critical questions, and understand Britain, what is going on. What you're not going to say is that no one tried to tell you, no one tried to warn you. That is what you're not going to say, right? We need to pray and ask the Most High for guidance and protection. As I say, glory be to the Most High.